Hey everyone, it's Sangha, and I am back again on my floor with some makeup for you guys. So this is basically most of the makeup that I got around Black Friday. Not all of it was actually purchased on Black Friday, but all of these items were on sale. Some of them were Black Friday and some of them were just kind of other little sales I had going on around there. So I'm gonna share it with you guys. Okay, so the first brand that I actually purchased from was Ofra Cosmetics, and I actually got two of their liquid lipsticks. I got these from Outlook. It's basically a flash sale site, so for a little while they were having Ofra Cosmetics on sale. So I got these liquid lipsticks for $9.95 each, which is about 50%. Usually, I think they're normally $18 or $19. So the first shade that I have is called Laguna Beach. And basically, it's just a really pretty kind of peachy pink color, but it's kind of got that lightness to it, I guess. It's not really like a pastel, but it's kind of just a nice subtle pink. I really like the formula of these. This is my first time trying these liquid lipsticks, and I think they're pretty nice for the most part. I've only used them a few times, but it's more of a wet formula. It's not very moussey like some other liquid lipsticks are, but so I don't know how I feel with the formula. I kind of like that moussey feeling a little more, so I'm not quite sure how to feel about this yet, but Laguna Beach is a really pretty color. The other shade that I actually purchased is in the shade Solano. I think it's how you say it. I think it's a newer shade. I'm not quite sure, but it's kind of like this pretty metallic, it's kind of like an orange, but I would almost say it's more of like a burnt sienna kind of color. It's kind of brownish, but it's mostly orange. It's got little flecks of gold in it. While this one is definitely, I prefer this color to Laguna Beach, this formula is definitely a lot more patchy. I needed to use a few more layers of Solano than I did for Laguna Beach. I don't know if it's like that with all their metallic lipsticks, but it's definitely like that with this one. Overall though, I definitely think I will purchase from Ofra Cosmetics again. I'm not quite sure which colors I would like. I feel like the formula kind of varies between colors, as I saw with both of these, so I'd probably have to do a little bit of research, draw some swatches before I go any further. Okay, so the next brand that I purchased from was Colourpop Cosmetics. Again, this was not during their Black Friday sale, actually, even though they did have a Black Friday sale. I actually purchased these items when it was, I think it was spend $20 or $30 and you got free metallic liquid lipsticks with it. So technically, I think I bought them at the wrong time, but oh well. So the first product I purchased was their Lippie pencil, and this is in the shade Poison. It's like a really pretty red. I wouldn't say it's like a super bright red, but it's not too deep. I bought it mostly because I thought the color was pretty versatile for that reason. It's also my first Colourpop lippie stick. I never really have been into wearing lip pencils, so I realized that I probably should because it really does help with applying lipsticks a lot easier, especially for darker colors. I'd say the formula of Colourpops are really nice. It goes on really smoothly and it's easy to apply. And like I said, Poison's a really nice color because it goes with pretty much any kind of red, at least from my experience. It definitely helped my lipstick last a little bit longer when I did wear this beneath my lipstick. So next I did get a couple of metallic liquid lipsticks because of that sale that I mentioned earlier. The first shade that I picked up was the shade Flitter. It's kind of like, I don't want to say a golden peach, but it like looks pretty gold in the packaging, but you can see like, you know, pink in it. You can see that it's kind of pink with gold mixed kind of together. When you apply it, you can definitely see more of the peach undertones that I'm talking about. So I was really intrigued by this color. I just thought it was really unique. It's a really pretty color. I've actually worn it on top of Laguna Beach before. Wearing it alone, it can definitely be kind of, I mean, it is a metallic lipstick, so obviously it's going to be kind of bold. So I would recommend if you want to tone it down, just put it on top of another lipstick. The other shade that I purchased was Mugshot, which is kind of like a pinky red. I was kind of hoping it'd be a little bit more red tone than it really is. It's definitely a little bit more on the pink side, but it's definitely red enough that it works. I think the formula of Colourpop's metallic liquid lipsticks is kind of back and forth for me. I'm not the biggest fan, to be perfectly honest. I just feel like since they're not quite matte, they come off pretty easily, but they do look stunning. And the next product I purchased was actually a blush. So this is in the shade Aphrodisiac. I had actually ordered a blush from them before and I really liked it. It's definitely a different formula than any blush I've ever used. I prefer powder blushes, but I've tried cream blushes. This is kind of in the middle. It's not quite a cream blush, but it's definitely not powder. So it's actually a really nice formula, even though I prefer powder blushes. When I first got this, I was concerned that they had sent me the wrong thing. Aphrodisiac looks way lighter on the website to me. This looked really brown, so I was really concerned at first, but once you kind of blend it in, it does blend to a really pretty, kind of like a deep, I mean, I guess it is like a kind of brown, but it's more like you can see the pink and mauve undertones once you blend in. It actually looks really lovely. I would definitely recommend this color, and the formula is really nice, as I said. So the last few things that I got from Colourpop were actually some eyeshadows. So the first eyeshadow that I picked up was the shade Telepathy. I believe this is, I don't know if it's a limited edition. I don't remember what collection it's from. It might be from Where the Night Is. That seems wrong because I think that was kind of a while ago. But either way, it's like a really pretty, it's kind of like a yellowish green. I don't want to say like a lime green, but I don't want to say yellow either. It's kind of like that perfect in between. It's a very unique color. And like all of their eyeshadows, the formula is really nice and buttery and just goes on really beautifully. The next shade that I purchased is actually called Game Face, and this one's like a beautiful bronze color, kind of like with hints of copper in it. This color, to be perfectly honest, I haven't used quite a lot just because I own so many shades kind of like this that I have been, this isn't exactly the #1 thing I want to reach for, but it is such a beautiful color. So if you're looking for a really pretty kind of bronzy, coppery, kind of glittery eyeshadow with that shimmer in it, this is a really nice choice. And the last shade that I purchased is actually called Koosh. It's one of their holiday shades. That's why it's in the limited edition black packaging, which I think is really cool, but I don't know what I like better. I probably like the white a little better just because it's easier to distinguish. Koosh is a really pretty, like a taupey kind of glittery shade. It's definitely my favorite of the three that I bought. It's so wearable and it's beautiful to just pop on if you're doing a simple eye look but want some really pretty shimmer. Alright, the next brand I purchased from is actually Gerard Cosmetics. I got 4 of their liquid lipsticks first off. I got these, this is gonna be kind of weird, I actually found 2 of them on Walmart.com for, I think they were like $15, and that's cheaper than their normal, I think it's like 18 or 19 for their liquid lipsticks. It could even be 20. But then the other 2 I actually purchased during their Black Friday sale because I think they had them, I don't know if it was 50% off or 40% off, but it was a really good deal, and I think they were then around like $10 or $11. So the first shade I have here is Ecstasy. Ecstasy is a really pretty, really deep kind of pink. It kind of looks almost like a purple. It reminds me a lot of Lumiere 2 by Colourpop, if you've ever seen that color, except with a little bit more pink in it. It dries really quickly. It dries, but it doesn't dry too quickly. Like, you can kind of situate everything if you accidentally mess up, but it dries quickly enough, so it's definitely really nice to see the color and how it's going to look. I'd say my only complaint with it is I did feel like it was kind of tacky for a little while after it was dry. It still was kind of sticky when I pressed my lips together, but other than that, it definitely wore really nicely. It stayed on really well even after I ate food, so it's really a really nice liquid lipstick for that. The next shade I got, obviously the formula is pretty much the same, but it's in the shade Gravity. Gravity is such a unique color. I was just really drawn to it. It's kind of like a purple gray in a way. It's very different, but it's very beautiful. If you can find the perfect outfit or accessories to pair with it, it is such a beautiful color. And even though it's so dark, it actually, there's really no issues with like patchiness or streakiness or anything. It went on beautifully. The next shade I purchased was actually called Ruby Slipper, and Ruby Slipper is like a really deep kind of, it's kind of a vampy red. I wouldn't say it's so dark. Like, you can definitely tell that it's a red. It's not really like one of those, it's like a dark kind of brown red. This is definitely red. I was a little disappointed in this formula. I felt like this one actually was kind of streaky, which took me by surprise because Gravity seems darker, but that one went on really nicely. I really needed to add a few more layers to Ruby Slipper to really get a nice color payoff, so I was a little disappointed in that regard, but the color is really beautiful, and it did last really long, just like the others. And the final shade I purchased is actually in the shade Underworld, and it's one of their metallic lip colors. It actually kind of looked a little bit similar to Ruby Slipper when I swatched them, but this one obviously is a little bit more brown and kind of coppery, and it definitely has glitter in it because it is a metallic shade. Their metallic shades, again, they seem pretty nice. They seem to last pretty well. I feel like this one did need a little bit more to actually get that color payoff. So again, a little disappointed, but I mean, metallic liquid lipsticks are kind of hard, I guess, to formulate. So it did a really good job with it in general. And I think I do like the Gerard Cosmetics liquid lipsticks more than Colourpop, but I don't know. I'd have to get more and try them. And the final product I actually purchased from Gerard Cosmetics was their Slay All Day setting spray. I got the, I guess not shade, I got the scent Grapefruit, which I very much regret. I thought I put lavender in my cart, but I guess I changed my mind the last second and got Grapefruit, but it's really strong. I'm not really sure how I feel about this setting spray. It's kind of hard for me to tell if it's making my makeup last any longer, but I think the biggest issue I have with it is when I spray it, it kind of feels like there's like a slight delay, so only really like a little bit just kind of shoots out at me instead of just like a fine mist. So that on top of the really heavy smell, I don't really know if I'd recommend this product. Maybe one of the other lighter scents wouldn't be quite as harsh, or this is a travel size. Maybe the bigger sizes are more of a mist. I'm not sure. I'd have to actually investigate that further, but my initial thoughts on this one are, it could be better. The next brand I purchased from was actually Coastal Scents. I'd never ordered from them before. I've never tried their makeup, even though I've heard for so long how great they are. I actually just created my own palette. That's why there's fingerprints on it everywhere. But I actually chose 28 different colors, and I bought the 28Z palette. Because their Black Friday sale was 50% off, I got all of these and the palette for only $33. Which I thought was a really nice deal. I'll swatch a couple of them for you guys so you can see. I'm not going to swatch every single color, but I've tried both the matte and shimmer shades, and if you are kind of on the fence about Coastal Scents, I would definitely recommend trying them out because I definitely feel like they have really good color payoff, especially for the price. I'll admit some shades can be kind of powdery, but I mean, I feel like for the price, it's actually really good quality, and if there's a few colors that are kind of powdery, I mean, I think the price can make up for that. The matte shades blend really easily and really nicely, and the shimmer shades are quite pigmented and pretty. Okay, and the last brand that I actually purchased from, this was another Black Friday deal, was Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I know there's been a lot of controversy about him and his products, but I don't really have a side. I don't really have an opinion on him. Honestly, I just wanted to try the makeup out because there were some pretty good Black Friday deals, and I've heard they're really good quality, so I just wanted to try them out. No hate. So the first thing I picked out was the Beauty Killer palette. It was on sale for 50% off. This palette's normally, I think, $49.50 or something, or $49.95, and it was on sale for like $24, $25, which I thought I have to buy it at this point. There's a lot of really beautiful shades, and the pans are actually pretty big. I mean, I know you're only getting, what, I think 10 colors, but it's definitely kind of worth it because the pans are so huge. I'm never going to run out of any of these. Granted, I don't think I'm going to run out of a lot of my palettes, but this specifically, like these are pretty much as big as like a Colourpop blush. So that's saying a lot for an eyeshadow. The colors are really pigmented, and while I was kind of nervous about them because they are kind of crazy colors, the shade Courtney is a beautiful crease color. The shade China White is really nice as, you know, inner corner or brow bone color. The rest of the shades are really beautiful if you want to play around with color. I was playing around with the shade Rich Bitch and the shade Expensive just to kind of make something yellow and blue, and it was really lovely. So I would highly recommend this palette. Just be careful. The colors are extremely pigmented, so it's easy to mess up, but if you're on the fence about this palette, I would definitely recommend it. It's really good quality. And the last things I purchased were 2 of his velour liquid lipsticks because I've been wanting to try these for a long time. I've heard a lot of great things. I purchased the color Androgyny, and I purchased the color Rose Madder. So Androgyny was actually a color that I had wanted for a long time. Since he came out with it, that was the one that I was like, I need to purchase from this brand. I think it's so pretty. With Androgyny, I wasn't the biggest, I actually really like the color, but it's honestly nothing to me compared to Rose Madder. Rose Madder, while I don't really like the scent, I don't know if it's just this one, but it kind of smells like bubblegum, like really strong bubblegum, and I'm not a big fan of that kind of scent. So I hate the scent, but this color is so beautiful. I don't know what it is, but it's just such a beautiful color. It just really complements, I don't know if it's my skin tone or if it's like the makeup looks I've been doing with it, but this shade is just so perfect, and I absolutely love it. It dries pretty quickly, it lasts all day, it's a really great formula, so I mean, just because I do feel like they are really good quality, it does seem like he puts the effort in to make these really nice, so if you're looking for a really good liquid lipstick, I'd recommend these. So that concludes my little kind of Black Friday makeup haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe below. I'd really like that. And I can't wait to see you guys next time with probably more time on my floor with more makeup. So, bye!